am Lata, your English teacher. Today I am going to teach the supplementary reader of 8th class, that is the ancient education system of India. Do you know why the whole world focuses on the Indian education system? The richness of the pattern of the Indian education system. Because Indian education system emphasized more on human values. Nowadays, there is no human values at all. So, we have to enrich the modern education system basing upon the ancient education system. In those days, both Guru and Sishyas lived together to acquire education, to improve the bonding between the Guru and Sishya, and to know about the Shishya, and to check the eagerness of the student to learn education. All those aspects are important. In those days, knowledge was considered as sacred. No fees was charged. All the members of the society used to pay in some or other form. Only the richest section of the society paid in the form of money. That is the richness of our education system. So, children, shall we go through the lesson? Okay, let us check the overview of the lesson.
Are you ready to capture knowledge? Okay, that is the overview of the lesson. First one and the best one, that is the silent futures of Indian education system. The second one is the sources of ancient education system. The third one is a way of life of ancient peoples. Before going to the matter, we shall know the objectives of the lesson. Those are very useful in your life. Understood, children? For better concentration on the lesson, you should understand the objectives of the lesson. Shall we go in precise over the objectives? Good. My dear children, let us start. First one is for you. That is, you recognize the richness of the olden education system. Second one is you learn how to succeed in life, the successful life. The third one is you know about the Gurukulas, Viharas and temples. Children, look at the picture. That is the picture of Vihara. And the second picture you see, that is Gurukulas. In olden days, all the education system was in the form of Gurukulams. See the children, the third one is temples. In temples, Purohits used to say some instructions. The pupils learn and comprehend whatever the Purohit said. Look at the children. Look at the picture. How the disciples are sat in a disciplined mode. Okay. Are you observed? Vihara for higher education, Gurukulam for primary education, Purohit for informal education. Are you feeling good? How you are feeling? You can say anything about the picture? Yes, you are talking very well about the pictures. As the disciples concentrated on the Guru itself. They involved in the instruction given by the Muni or Maharshi. In Viharas, monks are teaching lessons to the students. Okay? Let us shift to the another salient features of the ancient education system. This system focused on the moral, physical, spiritual and intellectual aspects of life. The second important feature is it emphasized on values of the humility, truthfulness and discipline. The third one is students are taught to appreciate the balance between human beings and nature. This is very important for the present scenario. The last one but not least one is teaching and learning followed the tenets of Vedas and Upanishads. Do you know the meaning of the tenets? Tenets means the main principles of philosophy or a religion. Okay? Understand? Next, you read about the sources of ancient education system. The main sources of olden education system were Vedas, Upanishads and Dharma Sutras. You must have heard the names of Aryabhatta, Panini, Katyayani and Patanjali. The writings of these great personalities are carried a great impact on the olden education system. The medical treatise of Charaka and Sushruta are so great. Children, look at the picture of Patanjali. The great Rishi Patanjali sat in a posture of Muni. Am I right? Letter Charaka. Look at the picture. Charaka. Charaka was one of the principal contributors to Ayurveda, a system of medicine and lifestyle developed in ancient India. He is known as an editor of the medical treatise entitled Charaka Samhita, one of the foundational texts of classical Indian medicine and Ayurveda included under Bharat. Later, look at the picture of Sushruta. Sushruta was also the first surgeon to advocate the practice of operations on inanimate objects such as watermelons, clay pots, and reeds, thus predating the modern practice of the surgical worship by hundreds of years. Look at the picture how he was making medical surgeon. Let us look over a way of life in ancient days. In ancient India, both formal and informal ways of education system existed. Indigenous education was imparted at home, in temples and pathsalas. Students were went to viharas and universities for higher education. Children, please look at the images on the screen. Those are ashramam for primary education. Next, Nalanda University and Takshashila University. These for higher education. Children, do you know the meaning of indigenous? Okay. Indigenous means originating naturally in a particular place. Originating naturally in a particular place. Okay? Now we will summarize the topic. Let us move over. The Indian education system continued in the form of ashrams and temples. Higher education was taken in viharas and universities. The source of education was Vedas, Upanishads, and Dharmasutras. The writings of Patanjali and medical treatises of Charaka and Sushruta are also played a great role in the ancient education system. Okay, children, now I will give 5 minutes to read over the topic. Go through the topic. Later I will ask questions to know how far you understood and how far you comprehend the topic. Okay? Go through the topic. Children, are you ready? Now I will check your knowledge. The first question for you. Look at the screen. What was the sources of the Indian education system? The options are Vedas, B. Viharas, C. Slokas, and D. Brahmins. Once again, A. Vedas, B. Viharas, C. Slokas, and D. Brahmins. Choose the right answer from the options given. Yes, you are right. That is option A, Vedas. Give him a big applause. Okay, children. Well said. Let us move to the next question in the form of drop box. It is interesting. Quick, let us move. Are you ready to participate? To drop the correct answers in the drop box? Okay. Look at the matching pattern. Here boxes are given for matching. In A boxes, Viharas, Upanishads, tenets and ashramams are given. In B boxes, the main principles of a philosophy, education center for higher education, and source of ancient education system. Okay? Please observe these boxes and play in the form of drop box. Okay. The first box is Viharas. What we learn? You have done. Okay. Viharas for higher education. Yes, it's right. The second box is Upanishads. Upanishads means the source of ancient education system. Is the right answer. Give him a big applause. The third one, tenets. Tenets. It matches with the main principles of a policy or philosophy or a religion. Okay. Well done. The last one is ashramams. It is nothing but education center of olden education pattern. Yes, well said. You have a big applause. I am very happy that you have comprehended the lesson very well. Thank you, children.